All right, so good afternoon, good evening, and good night, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this first official presentation of EtherChain, which is the brand new smart contract that is about to be deployed on Tuesday, June 9th. This is a very, very exciting time for me. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Andreas Kartrud. I am the creator and designer of this contract. I did not code and deploy it myself. I have used a professional corporate to do so. The smart contract itself is 99.9% complete. We are just running the final tests, and we will deploy it on the mainnet Monday evening, and we will go live Tuesday. It will be 1 p.m. CET. That would be 9 a.m. in the morning Eastern time. Asian time, 9 a.m. overall. We will come out with official time or the time for everything. So first and foremost, I want to thank everybody for coming on to this presentation. You guys are the first in the world to hear this official presentation, to see the PDF, to be a part of what EtherChain is about to be. Now, for those of you who don't know what smart contracts is, it is a contract deployed and coded deployed on the blockchain. So it is a protocol that is automatically executed on the blockchain. You cannot alter it, you cannot change it. Once it's there, you cannot remove it. So there's no company, there's no owner, there's no entity behind it. It is 100% decentralized on the blockchain. So what we're going to do is we're going to go straight into the presentation itself. I'm just going to share my screen. 2 seconds. And there we go. Just going to move us up a little bit up to the side. So we're looking at EtherChain. Now, what is EtherChain? We are going to do a brief introduction to that. It is the first 100% decentralized community fund. It is a financial system created with blockchain and smart contract technology. It is the most transparent financial fund system in the world. So let's have a look at how it works. First, an introduction of EtherChain. Well, a smart contract is an intelligent protocol deployed on the Ethereum public or platform public chain. It has the characteristics of being non-corruptible, tamper-proof, fair, just, open, and transparent. The EtherChain smart contract is designed to provide everyone with an independent financial foundation based on blockchain and smart contract technology. That by depositing Ethereum into the fund, which is the contract address, you activate the program and you will receive 310% back, distributed accordingly to the contract algorithm. Now, EtherChain is 100% decentralized and community-based. So there are no additional profits being made in the system. It is a P2P support model which ensures fairness, transparency, and justice for all. There are no mediators, no intermediaries, no owners, no company, or no human interaction, which is effectively guaranteeing the fairness of all participating partners according to the rules of the smart contract. Now, it is the most reasonable, safest, and best cutting-edge financial support model available at this time. So how does it work? Well, you enter EtherChain by depositing a minimum of 0.1 Ethereum to the fund. You're now eligible to receive 310% of your investment back. For example, if you put 1 Ethereum in, you can receive 3.1 back. Now, the 310% ROI is returned in 4 ways. You have 1 passive and you have 4 marketing ways. When 310% is accumulated through any of the 4 ways, a new deposit needs to be made equal or greater to continue receiving from the fund. So we are operating in 310% cycles. Whatever you deposit, you will receive a 310% return on. There's 4 ways. The first one is completely passive. You do not need to refer, you do not need to do anything. You only need to deposit to the fund, and you will receive 1% daily ROI on that deposit. If you're not doing anything, you will receive it daily until you have received 310%. Now, if you want to help and grow the community and grow the fund, you will receive a 10% direct referral commission for every person that you introduce to this fund. That goes for both first deposits and redeposits. Now, the third one is a matching commission on partners' daily ROI income. We're going to look at the ROI slide for the details of this. And there's also a daily top refer pool, which is 5% of all deposits. We're going to look at this in detail. Now, the daily ROI is very, very straightforward. 1% of the invested amount is paid daily to all users by the system algorithm, up to the point when the maximum deposit limit is reached, i.e. 3.1 times. So suppose that your invested amount is 5 Ethereum. You're now eligible to receive 15.5 Ethereum from the fund. Daily, you will receive 0.05 Ethereum until 310 days, or until the maximum limit is achieved by any of the other 3 ways, whichever reaches first. Now, the direct commission is awarded to a sponsor when the direct partner makes a deposit. It counts for the first deposits and redeposits. This is 10% of the invested amount. So i.e. the direct partner deposits 10 Ethereum, you will receive 1 Ethereum as a commission. There are no limits to how many direct partners that you can have. Now, all commissions apply towards the 3.1 times limit. So as an example here, if you sponsor somebody who deposits 3 Ethereum, you will instantly earn 0.3 Ethereum. Somebody deposits 0.6, you earn 0.06. Somebody deposits 1, you earn 0.1. 7, you earn 0.7, and so on. And I said there's no limits to how many directs you can have. This is about growing this fund so that it can sustain as many people as possible for a long, long time. Now, the third one is the daily ROI commission. And this is, this is the leverage point of the whole compensation plan. For those of you who want to market this and help to grow this fund and work with EtherChain, this is what you want to pay attention to. The daily ROI matching commission is based on the daily return of your partners' deposits. That means the 1% that they earn daily, you will receive a matching commission on. So whenever your partner receives their daily income, you receive a matching. The levels of matching is based on how many directs you have. So if you have 1 direct, you have only 1 level of matching. If you have 3 directs, you will have 3 levels of matching. If you have 15 directs or more, you have 15 levels of matching. So there's 1 level added for each direct referral. And the matching commission is as following. For all your directs, you will receive a 30% matching on their daily 1%. So let's just say as an example that you sponsor somebody who deposits 10 Ethereum into the fund. He is earning daily 0.1 Ethereum, and you're earning a 30% match on that. That's 0.03 Ethereum daily. As long as that partner is earning every single day, you are earning every single day. So all directs, you get a 30% matching. On every single partner on your 2nd level, 3rd, 4th, and 5th, you will receive a 10% match on their 1% daily ROI. On all partners on level 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, you will receive an 8% commission or a matching commission. And level 11 to 15, you will receive a 5% matching commission. This is where you can actually build a substantial daily residual income on a smart contract. It doesn't go away. It's not that like these companies that run off with everything. This is a smart contract. It's blockchain technology, 100% decentralized. That brings trust. So the daily ROI commission is like this. The last one is the daily top sponsor pool, which is 5% of all deposits. It is called the top 4 daily sponsor pool. So every day, 5% of all Ethereum deposits is added to the top daily sponsor pool. 10% of that pool is awarded to the top 4 sponsors of Ethereum volume that day. And the remaining 90% is rolled over to the next day to continue to increase the pool and let that grow bigger and bigger and bigger, so that as time goes on, this pool will be anything from 5, 10, 50, 20, 100, 200, 500 Ethereum. 10% of that can be quite a lot. The 10% is allocated as following. So the number 1 sponsor will earn 40% of that, number 2, 30, number 3, 20, and number 4, 10%. And this is awarded daily. So every day, every single deposit, 5% goes into a separate pool. Every day, 10% of that pool is given out to the 4 top sponsors in Ethereum volume to the fund, those who brings in most volume to the fund itself. And the daily sponsor pool is active from day 1. So when we go live on Tuesday, that pool is going to be paid out in the next 24 hours. Now, going over to the deposit functions, we do have a minimum and a maximum limit on depositing. And as I said, we're going in cycles. The reason that we go in cycles is very, very simple, guys, because if you're depositing into the fund and you can receive unlimited, that fund is going to drain drastically quick. But you're earning in a 310% cycle, which means you're getting a 210% profit from what you set in. Now, if you want to continue to receive from this support fund, this community fund, you will need to make a new deposit. So what happens? Old members become new members to help to pay the new members as well. Because as said, this is all community based. Like any smart contract, people and deposits needs to come in order for it to go out. And the same thing is here. It's just that the algorithm is very, very different, and it pays out passively 1% a day. So the first time that you deposit to Ether chain, you have a minimum deposit of 0.1. That is the minimum entry. The maximum entry is 10 Ethereum. So you can choose whatever you want between that. Once you receive the 310%, either if that takes 310 days, if you're passive and just receive the 1% day, or if you want to market it and you want to help build this community, you're going to receive it a lot faster. When you make that second deposit to continue earning, you need the minimum deposit is need to be equal to the same deposit you did the first time or greater. So second cycle equal or greater than the previous cycle, up to 30 Ethereum. So the second cycle you can invest maximum of 30. The third cycle you can invest maximum of 90 Ethereum, and the fourth cycle and beyond you can invest up to 200 Ethereum. There are no limits to how many cycles you can do, because if for each cycle that you are activating, you are now contributing to the fund. You're helping the fund again to grow. So that is how the deposit functions work. Going over to the algorithm distribution of the funds. So for 100% going in, 1% goes as a platform fee, an admin fee, 5% is going to the daily pool, 10% goes instantly to the direct referral commission, while 84% is reserved for distribution of the daily ROI and the referral commission. So as you can see, there's an image here showing the Ethereum pool. This is kind of a visual of how this works. You have new supporters, you have redeposits, and you have high-level members, that is the leaders that are building new deposits as well. Everybody's adding into the pool, into the contract fund. And then you have the adjustment valve that will pay out 1% a day every 24 hours to every single member. 84% of each deposits go into this pool. 10% goes instantly as a direct commission, 5% as a daily pool, and 1% as admin fee. Now that 1% is set aside so that we can use that for marketing tools. We are now right now coming up with several videos, posters, banners, PDFs that we will be sharing with the entire community in order to help this grow. So that 1% is going to be set aside for marketing tools. I am completely transparent with this and how this works. Everything is transparent on the blockchain. The contract will be open source. It will be 100% verified. It's open for all. It is a community-based contract. Now, finishing off with the important notes, EtherChain is a community-based project. It is 100% decentralized, peer-to-peer transactions through smart contract. Each deposit cycle is 310%. When 310% is received, a new deposit must be made to continue receiving from any of the 4 ways of the fund. So that means even if you're now building a community and you're earning that 310%, you're earning now a matching commission on several levels and all that. If you do not redeposit, you're not going to continue earning because you need to activate that 310% cycle. So even if you build a team and you do not reactivate, all earnings stop. The moment you activate and redeposit, all earnings will continue. The minimum entry is 0.1 Ethereum. We are open to all participants. There's no restrictions, no boundaries. No referrals are required in order to receive from this fund. 1% pays out daily to all members, 100% passive. If you contribute to the fund contributes back to you. You can increase the speed of your returns by growing the community fund through marketing, sharing of EtherChain. That's it, guys. We are a decentralized finance platform full of transparency. This is about fairness and it's fully automatic. So with that, I want to thank you for being on the presentation. What we're going to do now is that we're going to open up for a quick Q&A. So if there's anybody who has any questions about this, type them in the chat box to begin with. If there's something very important, raise your hand. You can come online. We will chat a little bit. You can ask your question. I'm going to go through the chat just to see if there's anything here. Let's see. All right, can I introduce myself? Definitely, of course. So my name, as I did, is also did in the beginning. My name is Andreas Kartrud. I'm originally from Norway. I live in Malmö, Sweden. I am 36 years old. I got a wife. I got a kid that is 14 years old. I've been working with network marketing for the last full-time for the last 5 years. Been in the crypto industry for the last 5 years. Basically got very fed up and tired about with all these companies out there that are popping up and popping down just as quick, building and rebuilding, and nothing is going the way it is. Came across a smart contract industry 6, 7, 8 months ago. Been working with that, creating several organizations, about 20,000 within just a couple of months, but none of them were really attractive to the masses. None of them were really suitable for everybody. You really needed to work. In a matrix, I was working with Double Way. I brought in 17,000 people in just 35, 40 days. 19 Ethereum for almost 20,000 people, because it's unbalanced and it doesn't pay out. I've been working with Forsage. Forsage is an excellent program, but you need to continuously work and work and work. There's nothing passive about it, and that those who are looking for something that is passive is not attractive to Forsage at all. Then you have all these global lines that are they were coming up and popping up like mushrooms now the latest month, and that is it's a brilliant idea if you're one of the first in. But if you're coming in later on to try to build this, a couple of days after it started, or just a week after, or 2 weeks, you're more or less never going to get paid, because that system. I'm just going to make I'm sorry, I'm going to do compare that. I'm going to compare that later on. I'm going to continue my introduction of myself. So yeah, Andreas, family of one, wife, working full-time with network marketing, 5 years industry, coming into the contract. Got honestly fed up with the contracts out there that are really not paying and are not really supportive to the community. So I decided that I really wanted to design my own, which is for the passive investor and for the active marketer. I myself is an active marketer, but I know how important it is to cover the aspect and the field of the passive one as well, because everybody would like to participate in something. And here we can give them something very, very unique on a smart contract. Let me just, I want to explain to you the difference between this smart contract and more or less everything else out there. So what I thought of when I wanted to design this is that I wanted to have something that gave a residual passive income to the investor and a daily passive income or a daily residual income to the marketers. And how can we do that? Well, I started thinking, and this is the idea we came up with. I mean, of course, I didn't do this my own. I've been looking around on a lot of programs. Well, I took the best of everything and excluded the worst, and then this is what we came up with. So you're coming in, or this fund, let's compare, this is the Ether Chain fund. So what happens is that new members comes in, they deposit, and everybody deposits into a pool, a fund pool, into the contract. And that contract pays out 1% a day to everyone that has deposited into the fund. Passively, 1% a day. You're receiving your investment back plus interest. Where does the extra additional funds come from? Well, it comes from well, I would call them high-level members that are pushing this, that are building this, that are marketing this, and helping to get other new deposits to come into the fund and fill this pool. That will help these members to receive their 310%. Now, if they want to receive more, they make a new deposit, a redeposit, continuing to fill up the pool. Now they can get theirs. So it's about giving and receiving to each other. It's just that the algorithm is very, very different, because let's just compare with a global line, any global line out there. There's usually a 3-to-1 concept, meaning that 3 people pay 1, and then so you get 100% from 3 people, and then you're 300% in profit. So it works like this: the first person comes in, second comes in, pays the first, third comes in, fourth comes in. All those 3 pays this one. There's 1 person in profit, 3 people in loss. 3 more people come in, they pay everything to that second person. Now there's 2 people in profit, but there's 5 people in loss. This continues on and on and on. And when, you know, when there's, let's say that there's 4,000 members in the global line, only the first 1,000 members have received anything and are in profit, while there's 3,000 members that are in loss. For those 3,000 members to go in profit, you need another 9,000 people coming into the line. Now you got 9,000 people in loss. That to me is not fair. And it's not cool, you know, coming into a global line down here and you got a ton of people above you that is still going to get paid, because it doesn't matter how many people you bring into the global line, you're not receiving anything because it goes to the ones above you. Personally, I don't think that's fair. You should be getting what you work for. What you do, you're entitled to receive from. And that is what this compensation plan for this fund is based upon. Now let's compare it to, now this is how you receive 300% in a global line. Let's compare it to Forsage. Forsage is one of the best out there. I am not saying anything about Forsage. It's a brilliant program. But again, I'm just going to talk about the X3 because that's your personal work. That's what you do. So it's a 1x3 matrix. For you to receive 300% in Forsage, first you purchase your spot. You buy your spot. Let's say you buy that for 5 Ethereum, just for example. Now, for you to receive a 300% profit here, you need to have one person buy that slot for 5 Ethereum. You need one person to buy that slot for 5 Ethereum. Then now you just receive 10, and you need that person to buy. That will go to your sponsor, and then you need a 4th person to buy that again. Now you are in 300% profit. That took you a lot of work. It didn't come, you know, out of nothing, out of blue. You were working to get it. Like all smart contracts, everything is based on new participants or new deposits. That's where the funds is generated from. So to receive 300% profit in Forsage, you need 4 people. Very simple. If you do not do anything, you're not receiving anything. You can purchase this spot, but if nobody purchased those, you're not getting paid. You're not receiving anything. Here, you're putting into the fund, this is a huge pool of Ethereum that will distribute to you 1% daily, no matter what. You do not need to go out and work to get people into the spot to receive your 1%, because I can guarantee you there are going to be a ton of people that will do so, because they will want to work this compensation plan. They will want to create that residual daily income on a smart contract. You know, me personally, the contract got created because I wanted something like this to work with, and there wasn't anything on the market. Now there is. On Tuesday, there is. I'm going to work this. This is going to be my full focus, of course. We're going to start out doing live presentations and Zooms like this 3 times a day, morning, midday, evening. There's going to be master classes. There's going to be trainings. So we're going to have a lot of marketing materials coming up. I said we are making right now introduction videos and intro videos, like 30 seconds, 1 minute, 2 minutes. We're going to have a 3-minute video explaining everything in anime with a voiceover. Everything we're doing is going to be included. Yes, I got that question. Everything that I'm talking about right now is included. There's nothing that you're going to need to pay for or anything like that. It comes from the leaders of this community. I don't own this. It's not mine. I designed it, but when it's deployed on the blockchain, it's everybody's. If I walk away, this continues anyway, because it's not mine. There's no owner, there's no company, there's no corporate behind it. It is 100% decentralized, and it's based on the community, and it's the most fair, just, and transparent fund in the world. It's a support fund. Let me see here if we got some questions coming in. Let me see. Let me see. Commission does not include in the 310%, or it does include? It is included. So all commission. So let me just take that off. So the 1%, the 10% direct commission, the matching, and if you win the daily top sponsor pool, the top, any of those incomes goes towards the 310%. Let's just make an example. Let's say that you go in with 0.1 Ethereum. That means that you're now eligible to receive 0.31, right? 3.1 or 310%. Now, if you sponsor somebody who deposits 10 Ethereum, you just made a direct commission of 1, right? 1 Ethereum, but you're only eligible to receive 0.31. So what happens? Well, when you click on withdraw, the system only withdraws 0.31 to your wallet instantly. Now you have 0.69 remaining in the account, and you need to make a new deposit back into the fund to activate a new 310% cycle, because you already received 310% of your 0.1, and you did that within the first hour because you sponsored that person. Now you still have 0.69 in there. Let's say that you redeposit out of the 0.31, you put in 0.3. Now you can earn 0.93. The remaining here was 0.69. You pull that out. You have your remaining income limit will be 0. I believe it is 0.23 or something like that, just for an example. So now you're earning 1% on your own deposit, plus, and you can earn 0.23 more, plus you're earning a 30% matching on your partner's income. Your partner deposited 1 Ethereum. He is earning 0.1 Ethereum daily. You earn a 30% override on that, which is 0.03 daily. So by redepositing, you pull out the remaining, you're already in profit, and now every single day you're receiving your own 1% and you're receiving 0.03 Ethereum as a 30% matching on your partner. And as you build, your daily income will increase and grow and increase and increase and increase. The more you help to build this pool, the more you receive. There are absolutely no income limits. The only limit is the cycle limit. 200 Ethereum is the maximum investment amount. That's 660 Ethereum out. After that, you need to redeposit 200 Ethereum to continue your earnings, or they stop. So let's see here. Okay, yeah, so we got the question, what happened if somebody put 0.1 and the referral put 4? So that was the example. So you get 1 Ethereum, you can only pull out you can only withdraw your limits. You can withdraw daily, several times a day if you're earning a lot, or with the 1% a day, or you can take it a week or 10 days or a month or however you want. But the withdrawal limit is the 3.1. You will see this when we launch the website, and you can see that you will have, there's an income limit that's remaining. So if you invest 1 Ethereum, it will show income limit remain 3.1. Every time that you're receiving either the 1% or a direct commission, you will see that the income limit decreases. And when that goes to 0, it stops. And you need to make a new deposit to activate that and have a new 310% income limit. What languages will the material come out in? Right now, we got it, of course, in English. We are making it, it's in Spanish. We got in French, Japanese, Korean, Vietnamese, Chinese, Hindi, Bangla, Portuguese, and Polish. That's what we have right now, that we are working on right now, that will be available at launch, or just day after or 2 days after maximum. If there are any requests for additional languages, please let us know. Let your leader know, let the person who invited you to this Zoom call know, and it will go up the lines. It will come back to me, and we will make sure that it happens. Usually we use, it's a community-based fund. It is a community-based project, so it is also a community-based effort. If there are anybody who has a language that they would like to have it translated into, and if they can do it, please go ahead and do so. Be a part of helping the community if you want to build this. We are very appreciated, and of course you will be highly rewarded by the contract. All right, let's see if we got any other questions. Looks good. I'm ready to go. All right, does the top daily sponsor bonus come from direct referrals only? Does the daily top sponsor bonus come from direct referrals only? So the daily top sponsor bonus, it comes from 5% of all deposits to the fund. So the entire community, 5% of all deposits goes into the direct, or I'm sorry, to the top sponsor pool. Now, 10% of that pool goes out every day to the top 4 sponsors. And the top 4 sponsors are based on the amount of volume that you have brought in on your direct line during those 24 hours. So it will be people that you have sponsored and how much that they have deposited. So that's what it's based on. And then the top 4 is winning every day. Every single day we got got a reward going out. Waiting for ref link. Awesome. Yeah, all links will go out on Tuesday, guys. So we have the time and date for the launch, and that is when the links will go out. So nobody will get the links early. And this is not like the global lines or the matrices or anything where precision really matters, because keep in mind, guys, this is not a matrix. It's not a global line. It's not, it is a unilevel. It's you, and it's about what your earnings, or the speed of your earnings is based on what you contribute to the fund, how much you help to grow the fund. So that is why we have a unilevel. Every person you bring in is going on your direct line. They will have their each own line, not affecting each other. So everybody will be building. And this is your first generation. This will be your second, your third, fourth, fifth, and 15 levels down is the maximum amount of levels where you can receive a matching. And to receive that, you need to contribute 15 new people to the fund. That means you need to have 15 directs that have deposited to the fund. That is when you're active. So your earnings are always mirrored by what you do for the community. Those who receive a lot, they have done a lot. Those who receive 1%, they haven't done anything. They have contributed to the fund, helping this fund to grow, and they will receive back them as well. That is the whole concept of this. Let me see here. Yes, from John. You mentioned withdrawing. If this is peer-to-peer, please explain withdrawing. That is a very good question, and I know that this is coming up because we're used to, you know, the other smart contracts, the matrices, the global lines, where one person pays 100% instantly to the other. This is a little bit different, but it's still peer-to-peer, because peer-to-peer is a transaction between 2 parties without a third party, without an intermediary or anything like that. We're only using a contract, a smart contract on the blockchain. So it's still peer-to-peer. It doesn't, nobody else controls it, or nobody else, you know, has an interference or anything like that. You put it into the fund puts it out to the people. So the contract puts it out. So that is how it's peer-to-peer. Now, the withdrawals, the reason why it's not going instantly to your wallet, everything is coded to your wallet anyway. So it just goes into the interface. And then when you click on withdraw, confirm, and then it goes straight into the wallet. But the reason why it's not going instantly to the wallet is this. We are earning in 310% cycles, as we know. Now, as I explained earlier, if somebody deposits 0.1, they're eligible to receive 0.31 back. If he sponsors somebody who comes in with 10 Ethereum, he will earn 1 Ethereum instantly. If there weren't, because there's a section called unwithdrawn balance, and that's where everything accumulates, and then you just click on withdraw, and then it goes straight up to the wallet, and then in the interface it says the amount withdrawn to wallet. So the reason why this can't go immediately to the wallet is because if this happens, that person is getting overpaid. He's getting 3 times as much as he's supposed to get. And that is not sustainable for the fund. That is not sustainable for the community. So we needed to put an income limit so that the 1 Ethereum goes into his interface, into his back office, or if you want to call it that, and is coded to his wallet. But he can only withdraw 0.31, and he needs to redeposit in order to pull out the remaining 0.69. So that is the reason why we have a manual withdraw function. But there is absolutely no difference than any other smart contract. It is peer-to-peer, and nobody can stop your withdrawal. Nobody can, take that back or anything like that. It is yours. You just need to contribute to the fund so that you can actually get it out. I hope that was clear, John. If not, just type it in and I'll go through it again. When will this be live? We will be live on Tuesday, guys. The official launch will be Tuesday, 1 p.m. UTC, so Central Time here. Does this solution work with all wallets, or is it a special wallet? So it does not work with all wallets because it is a smart contract program. That means that you need to use a wallet that has been built on the Ethereum blockchain and is compatible with smart contracts. Now, those wallets are Trust Wallet, mToken, MetaMask. I believe even Coinbase is not a wallet. It's not a wallet that I do recommend. The wallets that I do recommend is Trust Wallet and MetaMask. Now, I will tell you this, that we do have, once you actually get into the, once we launch the website, you're going to be amazed, because I wanted to make it as automatic as possible. If somebody comes in, if somebody gets the link, I don't want you to be able to, or be needing to explain everything in detail. So when they come in, they have 3 options there as well. They have a wallet tutorial. If they click on that, they will have a guide to what Trust Wallet is, how they can download it, how they can set it up, and how they can join EtherChain through Trust Wallet and also through mToken. I will be adding a MetaMask guide as well. And then there is also a guide. And if you click on a guide, you will actually see texted or worded out the presentation that we just went through. So everything is in the back office as well. It is impossible for somebody to say, I don't know how this works, because it's really, really, you know, white on blue as it is with the interface, right there and there. And there's also a section for the top sponsor pool, so that you can go and every day you can see who won, how much they won, how much that they brought into the fund that day, etc., to win and so forth. Everything, for me, everything is about transparency. Nothing is hidden here. So yeah, wallets, Trust Wallet and MetaMask, that is the 2 I recommend. I said we do already have tutorials on the website for this. I will also be making tutorial videos. We will be having a EtherChain YouTube channel where we'll be uploading official training videos, tutorials, and all this, anything from how to actually set up your wallet, how to buy Ethereum, how to enter EtherChain, and so forth and so forth. Now, one other thing I want to say, which I think is very important, is that it is mandatory to have a referral link to join this program. Because I've seen a ton of these smart contracts where the developers are, in my eyes, greedy. And when you go in and you see, if you don't have a referral code, use one or use this, you know, and that is for them to be able to benefit from. And that is not fair. So it is hard-coded into the program that you cannot join, you cannot deposit into this fund without using a ref link. So somebody needs to use a referral link. So everything is coded to someone. If you do the work, you get paid. That is how this fund works. All right, let's see here. Let me see. Can I add extra funds anytime or upgrade anytime? No, you cannot. Once you have made a deposit, you need to earn receive the 310% before you can make a new deposit. So you cannot, you know, if you want to call it compound or whatever, so that's not possible. The fund itself, you know, it is a community fund. It's based on, you know, us. It's based on people. If people were compounding and all that and all such and just increasing their earnings that way in a rapid way like that, it wouldn't be sustainable. Now you can compound. You put in 1, you pull out 3.1, you put in 3.1, you pull out 9.3, you know, in that way you can compound it. But you always have to complete a cycle before you can make a new deposit into the fund. Awesome from Jan says that we can help with the Russian translation. That's really great. I thank you so much for that. I actually already do have the Russian translations ongoing, but I appreciate it so much. And if there's anything else, you know, or anything else, anybody else who wants to help with any countries, please step forward. We are more than happy for any help that we are. Keep in mind, it's all about the community. We are all doing this together. It's not about me. It's not about you. It's not about him. It's about us building this fund together, sustaining it for years and years and years to come. And I can assure you that is possible, because it doesn't matter how great a smart contract is or how great a program is. If it doesn't have good leadership or great leadership, it won't sustain, because there's nobody actually leads the crowd who can take the responsibility or that people can follow, because that is what the masses want. We have a ton of leaders on this call. We have a ton of leaders all over the world that have already dedicated themselves to building and growing this fund the minute it starts. And I can assure you that no one will stop, because the way you're being compensated with a daily residual income on a smart contract that does not go away, that only increases the more you do, that is attractive to a lot of people. And that is what makes this sustainable. Where can you follow the project updates? Okay, so we will have an official Telegram channel that will announce, only announcements, no talking. We'll have an official Telegram community group. We will have a Facebook page, a Facebook group. There will be a Twitter account. There will be, and all of these is already set up. We're just waiting to go live on Tuesday, and then everybody will get the channels and be able to plug in, get all news, because everything comes from the community. All right, let's see what else we got. This looks good. Glad to hear. If some direct have received 310% and he won't upgrade or reinvest, is he still counted as my direct for getting match? Well, okay, so that is a good question. Let's do this. So it's you and you sponsor two people. Let's say both of them, you know, builds a huge organization, and for some reason, I don't know why he would, but for some reason, this person, you know, he drops out. He doesn't redeposits. That means he stops earning from his organization. But you're active. You're still active, so you're earning. You're not earning a matching on him because he's not earning or receiving a daily percentage because he's not active. But his entire team that is active and receiving their daily percentage, you're receiving their matching on them. So it doesn't matter if anybody drops out. You have your organization. It is you. It's your front line. It's your second line, your third line, your fourth line, and there's a lot of people on these lines. So if one drops out or two drops out, you're still getting, everybody else here is getting paid, so you're still getting an override on all of them. I hope that was an answer to the question. Let me see here. Troy, yeah, definitely. I'll send it over as soon as we're done. No worries. PDF is ready. Yes, for everybody. Let's see here what we can do. So everybody who's on this call has, of course, received the information from someone. So just get back to that person and ask for the PDF, the official PDF. They will get back to their person if they don't got it, and they will get it from there. We have it in. We have a few groups, but we haven't opened it up to the community yet. We're going to open that up on Tuesday. But the PDF is being shared from the leaders and down forth. So just go to the person who invited you, and they will provide you with the PDF. Let me see here. Can I clear one more time about minimum withdrawal? Okay, so there is no minimum withdrawal. There is no withdrawal limit or minimum, maximum, or so. As soon as you have any type of earning, 1% direct commission, daily pool, or matching in your account, you can withdraw that to your wallet. You can withdraw several times a day if you're receiving several times a day, because if you're building a team, everybody who comes in, when they deposit, they have their individual 24-hour clock. 24 hours after your deposit to the fund, you're receiving your first 1%. When you receive that first 1%, your sponsor is receiving the matching as well. Now, when you receive that first %, you can take that out immediately. If you bring somebody in and you receive a direct commission before that 1%, you can take that out immediately. Everything that is in your back office, in your account, is yours. You can do whatever you want with it. Take it out or leave it, just compound it and take it out when it's more. There is nothing that can happen to it. It is all on a smart contract. So it is on DAP. Yes, that is correct. It is on a DApp. That is a decentralized application. So that is the wallet that we're using. A DApp and a DApp browser, which then connects into the smart contract program so that the program connects to your wallet when you register. That means that your wallet address is what we say, the ID to your into the contract. So everything that goes through your ID and your wallet address comes back to your wallet address. So that's how it works with the contract and the dApps. Let me see. Awesome, John. Awesome. Yes, MetaMask will work. When will this recording be available? It will be available in approximately 2 hours. Right after this, I'm going to upload it on YouTube. It is going to be unlisted as for now, so only those with the link can actually see it. It won't be able to search for it or anything like that. So if you want to pass it around with your teams, please do so, but you need to give them the link. You can't just say go and search on YouTube. That you can do on Tuesday. Let me see here. Smart contract don't need human interaction. That is absolutely correct. Will blockchain work? No, blockchain wallet does not work. Take my recommendation, guys. Trust Wallet or MetaMask. That is the 2 best wallets to work with, or that integrates with a smart contract. And I said we're going to have tutorials on all this. We're going to have trainings. If you don't know what a Trust Wallet is, do not worry. We're going to teach everybody. We're going to learn everyone how this works. Ask your sponsor, ask the person who introduced you, because I can guarantee you they know, and they will be happy to show you how to download and how to set it up and how to work it, so that you can be a part of this as well. All right, what about funnels? Do you have a plan for the official marketing material for EtherChain? So right now we do not have any funnels set up. It will come. We will be coming with landing pages, funnel systems, different views. Right now we're working a lot with videos to do marketing videos. Explaining what it is, how it works, and all this, so that you start with utilizing this. As time goes on and as we're growing this fund, we will be providing the leaders have taken a huge responsibility. The country leaders that have already committed are taking a huge responsibility. They are working to produce more materials for everybody to be able to market and do this. This is not about, if I do it, I'm going to use it. No, we're doing this for everybody because it's just basic. It's very, very simple. The bigger this fund is, the more sustainable it is. We decide how this goes, right? We are the controllers of this. All right, so we will have a lot of marketing and materials coming up. Mohammed, I'd like to try helping with your Arabic translation. That's wonderful. I would love for you to do that. If you can reach out to me, that would be great. Just ask the person who introduced you here how you can get in touch with me, and reach out with me to me on Facebook or Telegram or WhatsApp or whatever channel you prefer. And we will move forward with that. I will send you the PowerPoint for editing so that we can have it in Arabic as well. That would be great. Let me see here. How can I get the recording? When is the next meeting? The recording you can get from the person who introduced you. Once I have it uploaded on YouTube, I will post it out to my leaders, and they will go out and post it out to theirs and their networks again, so that you will all get it. Next meeting, we will do another meeting tomorrow. I mean, we're close to launch. We're going to launch on Tuesday, so it's time to ramp it up. We're going to do a new meeting tomorrow. I'm going to post out to the leaders again, and they will distribute the link to the community. It's just for a day more, guys, and then we will have a huge entire community group that we will all be in, where everybody will get the information. Everybody will be in direct communication with me and all that. So, I'm not the one hiding away or doing anything like that. I'm going to be here forefronting and marketing this and growing this, because this is what I've been looking for and waiting for, and now I took it in my own hands, and we finally got it. It's time to get excited here. Let me see here. But if he is passive, who doesn't pay anymore? All right, Yannick, get back to me in private with that question, because I think it's just a slight misunderstanding. As long as he is active, you're receiving, even if he's passive, because as long as your partner receives 1%, that's what you're receiving the matching on. You're not receiving matching on his direct commission or his matching or the daily pool. You're receiving a matching commission on your partner's 1%. What that 1% is depending on their investment. But as long as they receive 1% a day, you will receive a matching according to the generations or level that they're at in your organization. Minimum deposit is 0.1 Ethereum. Let me see. So there will be a central wallet called pool, question mark. No, there is no central wallet or nothing. It's the blockchain, the smart contract. So everything goes to the smart contract. And nobody has access to those funds in the smart contract. Nobody has access to them. And the smart contract is what distributes the funds. So there's no secondary wallet or that is controlled or manually pushed out or anything like that. Everything is 100% decentralized. Nobody can control it. Nobody can alter it. Nobody can change or drain or whatever such. I said the code, the source code will be completely open. Contract will be 100% verified and readable, so that anybody can actually go in and read the contract and see all details if you're knowledgeable enough. And you can see all functions, that there is nothing wrong with it. Let me see here. Suppose I invest 1 Ethereum and I earn 310% and I didn't withdraw. Can I reinvest it? No, you need to withdraw it before you reinvest it, because right then and there it's in the interface back office. It's kind of still in the contract, but it's still coded to you. But for you to invest, you need to deposit from your wallet. So you need to withdraw it to your wallet, and then you can redeposit it again. Let me see here. Yannick can make Estonian translation. Awesome, great, Yannick. I'll get you the PowerPoint as soon as we're done here. Love that, love that. You see, guys, you see here the leaders and people, the community is already stepping up. This is going to go viral. This is what people have been waiting for and looking for. A smart contract, non-tamperable, scam-proof. Nobody can do anything with it. It is doing what it says it does. No excuses on this. Let me see. Let me see if there's any other questions. Will everyone know the funds or the amount in the contract? Yes. In the back office or on the website, the first thing that you see is the contract address, and below that you see amount in the contract pool, and then you can so on your interface you will see how much Ethereum is in the pool total. You will see when it's added. You will see which it's paying out. You can follow and study the growth of this community, of the fund itself. And that way, you yourself can actually determine, does it have a healthy growth? Is it, does it has a positive and a healthy growth? And if it does, I mean, no harm done. Is the gas fee designed to avoid heavy traffic? So the gas fee is, I believe the gas fee is set from the wallet. I'm really not sure that is something that is set in a smart contract. I do not think so. I really don't know how to answer that. So the gas fee comes from the wallet. You can change the gas fee in your wallet yourself. If once you click to send or go to send, before you click send, you can click on settings, and then you can actually up the gas fee if you want to do that, if you want to make sure that it goes faster. All right, let's see here. Correct. On Etherscan analytics, and you will also see on Etherscan you can see the code, you can see the analytics, you can see all the transactions, you can see all the internal transactions. Everything is 100% decentral or 100% transparent. It's, for me, transparency and integrity is one of the key things. It is one of the most important, two of the most important things for me. So you can always count on 100% transparency from myself, from the leaders in this community, and from the contract itself. Absolutely. Let me see here. What else do we have? Full source code available on Etherscan or GitHub. Both. It will be on both Etherscan and GitHub. Let me see here. There are two types of, well, there is two types of smart contract in the market. One is changeable and second one not changeable. Can you clear about that? All right, so yeah, there is smart contracts on the that you can change, that you can alter, that admin has control over. And the reason for that is because they haven't verified it. They still have access to it. They have coded it in a way so that they can do something. Like they coded in a drain function, or draining a percentage to a wallet, or whatever, such and such. And if they don't verify it, they can go in and they can alter it, they can correct it, and so. Now, if once it's verified, it's verified. You cannot alter it, you can't change it, you can't control it, you can't do anything. You can't. So that is the difference between smart contracts on the market. If it's not verified, it's still possible to alter it, so to say. Whatever bonus or whatever direct bonus, does it go instantly to your withdrawal address? So once you receive a direct commission, it goes instantly to your interface back office, which is coded to your Ethereum address. So once it's in the back office, you click on withdraw, and then 2 seconds later, it's in your wallet. Let me see here. How long does it take? Okay, how long does it take for a cycle on an investment to get 300%? And what happens if one doesn't have a downline? All right, so if you're completely passive, you're receiving 1% a day, and it takes then 310 days to receive 310%. If you don't have any downlines, if you haven't referred anyone, there's no difference. You're still earning 1% a day, because the 1% a day comes from you contributing to the fund, helping and supporting the community. Now the community will help and support you back. That's where the 1% comes from. The additional marketing commission comes from if you help to put more support into that fund through building it, through growing the community. So everybody is receiving equal. This is as fair as it can be. Your return is, everyone's return is 310%. Everyone is receiving 1% a day. Your return is, of course, dependent on your deposit, and the speed of your return is dependent on if you want to help grow the fund. If you're building a massive team, I can assure you that the leaders that take action on this program will without a doubt be making anything from 5 to 10 to 20 to 30 Ethereum daily within 30 to 60 days. That is how powerful this compensation plan is. And I can already see it happening to a lot of people already. Guys, there's basically a couple of hundred people in the world that knows about EtherChain. I've been keeping this on the low key because I did not want this to go out before we were ready, because I want everybody to have an equal shot. When they get to learn about this, it's all up to you guys how much and what you want to do with it. If you want to market it or not, if you just want to enjoy the 1% a day, or if you want to build and if you want to contribute to this community and help build, you can earn that. You can earn an Ethereum a day, 10 Ethereum a day, 20 Ethereum a day. There's no limits. And this is not going to stop, my friends. As said, we're starting out with Zoom calls, live Zooms 3 times a day. The marketing materials is up and coming in the videos, funnels, landing pages. It's all going to be built for you guys without an extra charge, no charge for it. We're doing this as a community. Yeah, that was a good question. If somebody stops participating for a time, can they later re-engage their position, or do they have to start over? Is there roll up and compression? So if somebody, let's say that you're building your team, this is you, and you're building your levels, and then you don't activate, you earned your 310%, and everything stops. You're now not receiving anything anymore. If you do not activate within 90 days, your position is going out and it's being compressed. It's being compressed. So you have 90 days after completing a cycle to reactivate it, to continue receiving with the same structure. After 90 days, it is assumed that you're not going to deposit again. Otherwise, you would have deposited before. So what happens if somebody who has built a big team stops? What happens to that? Because he was supposed to earn a lot of daily commission, right, on the override. What happens to that commission? That stays in the fund, and it goes out to others, 1% a day, including the marketing plan. Because he is not active, he's not entitled to earn that. Once he's active, he will start earn again, he or she. But if somebody drops out, that's all what he was supposed to receive in matching commission is now staying in this fund pool for a longer time, keeping it more sustainable for everybody. So it's a lot of thought behind all of this, all of these components. With the key here is the 310% cycle, and then you need to redeposit. It takes away the Ponzi, because nobody can come here and say that, well, it's only new members paying old. That is so far from true as it can be, because the people that will contribute most, that will put most Ethereum into this fund, is those that are building, those that are earning the most. They will also put the most in because they're earning their 310% cycle, and they need to put more in to continue earning. So the old members become new, helping to pay the new members, which then again becomes new. So it all cycles, guys. It's all cycles. All right, let me see here if there are any. How can we get marketing tools or meetings in Spanish? So marketing tools we will be able to create in Spanish. We just need somebody to do or a Spanish, somebody to translate the words for us. Meetings in Spanish, they will start when a Spanish-speaking leader steps up. So as I said, guys, this is not mine. I'm not the owner. It's not just me. I can step away and this will run anyway. I can deploy it and just go and not redeposit, and this will continue to go because it's the community. It's the community that drives it. So if you feel that you are capable and you want to do Spanish presentations, go for it. Do it. If you feel that you want to do presentations in your local language to help your community and your country to come in and understand this at a better, do it. You are taking responsibility for the community. You're helping to grow the fund. And you know what? You're going to be rewarded for it. If you're building in your local language and you're helping with materials and presentations, your team is going to grow faster, which means you're going to receive more matching commission. So the more you do to help this grow, to help this community thrive, the more you earn. And it's not just once off, it's daily residual income. Let me see here if there are. All right, I don't see any other questions. If there are anything, type them into the chat box. We are just surpassed an hour, 10 minutes, so we are going to respect the time of everybody. We're going to drop off. If there are any questions, type them in the chat box. If not, we're going to give it 30 seconds. I want to say thank you to each and every one that has been on the call, that has been on the Zoom, for showing the interest. I hope that you guys enjoyed what we have been talking about, that you enjoyed the presentation, that you like what you see. As said, guys, we're going live on Tuesday, 9 a.m. Eastern Time. That's 1 p.m. UTC. Get ready, guys. Get ready. Get back to the person who showed you this, who introduced you to EtherChain, and let's get ready to build this community and start helping each other. we have something amazing here. Let's stand strong together and let's make it happen. Thank you so much, everybody. And I'll see you if there's anything. We will see you soon in the groups. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.